16 days, 9 million people from across the world attend the biggest event held this year. At the heart of its success is 70,000 volunteers, making it a brilliant event to remember. Surely this is the biggest example in modern history of how high engagement can lead to spectacular success.
These were the Olympics where volunteers stole the show, demonstrating the importance of fully motivating and engaging your team.
Through our research, we felt that the best definition of engagement is a positive attitude held by the employee of the organization and its values. It goes beyond mere job satisfaction and is not simply about motivation. It emphasizes the loyalty, dedication, motivation and the commitment that the employee has for the employer or the organization they work for.
As members of the hospitality industry, it is traditionally assumed that people are the most valuable asset in achieving high business success. However, we would dispute this. As a team, we feel that this is only one method of achieving high business performance. There are a number of ways of achieving high performance within our hospitality organisations beyond just staff engagement. Take, for example, the Intercontinental Hotel Group. Their mobile strategy provides booking solutions and immerses the customer in tailored brand experience. $20 million in revenue is generated each month from customers who directly interact with and through their mobile phone app. In this instance, staff engagement is minimised. However, the hotel engages with the customer through every step of their journey. In this case, without needing direct staff engagement, and thus demonstrating an exceptionally effective and profitable strategy to increase business performance. Let's look at another example. Formula One hotels, part of the Accor Group, have very little reliance on front of house and food and beverage employee engagement. Their strategy is to encourage customers to complete their own service tasks in place of the employees. The core practice of basic and budget is the ultimate source of their success, without the necessity for directly engaged staff. And the clearest evidence of this is a 20% increase in online sales and increased occupancy rates in 2011.
The principle we've established with Formula One can also be seen in the retail industry, where customers are prepared to sacrifice high levels of staff engagement for a cheaper product. And with this increase in online sales, a new generation of customers have evolved and become more accustomed to not needing to interact with staff. All of this said, it is undeniable that our industry is people-orientated and that we can't ignore the fact that having an engaged staff team is still an important core aspect of business success. We discussed this view with leading hotelier Andrew Folks and asked him about the importance of staff engagement at his hotel, Gidley Park.
And do you feel staff engagement is the main factor which contributes to this performance?
Without a shadow of a doubt. The team that are on the shop floor every day, hosting those guests, talking to them, even if they've been there week in, week out, it's that friendly face, it's that level of hosting that only a long member of the team who can deliver on a daily basis. And I would be lost without some of my team who have been there for years, who know the guests ins and outs, who knows all their requirements.
The value of staff engagement can also be seen in some of the statistical research that has been done in this area, where it is estimated that disengaged employees generate 43% less revenue than engaged employees, and that disengaged employees take twice the amount of sick days than engaged employees. We are here today at Le Manoir 4 Saisons, a hotel that is internationally renowned for its success and engaging staff in delivering exceptional service and business profitability. We're going to talk to Philip Hall, the General Manager, to discuss his views on why staff engagement is so important to him.
Le Manoir 4 Saisons has a traditional approach to engaging with staff that is widely recognised as being amongst the best in industry, and this year won an unrivaled number of awards for their work in the area of human resources and staff engagement.
To what extent is high business performance directly correlated to having engaged staff at Le Manoir?
At the Manoir, and in any business, I believe that if you don't have engaged staff, you haven't got a business. The staff are your most important asset that you have within any establishment, and if you can't engage with them, what hope have you got in running a business? I can't run the business on my own. It's a whole team that run a business, and the staff are so important in what we do here at the Manoir. and they have to have the same ethos and the same standards and the same enthusiasm as we all have to provide what we're trying to do every day here at the Manmore.
What other factors, in your opinion, result in high business performance?
Getting it right the first time, setting your standards high and sticking to your standards all the time, providing what you promised to deliver in the first place. So if you set your stall out really high and you say you're going to do something for your guests, then do it every time. Do it the same every time, be consistent, be honest with your guests, those sorts of things. I think having a fundamentally honest way of doing business, I think, is really important.
So would you say there's a relationship between strategy and business success? Fundamentals, that it begins with strategy.
Yes, if you don't have a strategy, how do your team, how do your workforce know where you're going? So everybody has to have a business strategy, and they have to have that clearly defined, I think, before you start anything, and then you have to sell that message into all the team, and everybody in the team has to go in the same way and deliver in the same way.
So it would appear that high staff engagement is not just about the training, it's about the culture of the organisation. And a good example of how organisations can harness this approach is both Google and Innocent Smoothies. At both of these companies, staff are encouraged to take exercise, have healthy, balanced diets, take regular breaks to keep them mentally stimulated, and therefore better engage with their productivity whilst working. For instance, how many hotels have a really nice break area rather than a really drab, miserable staff area? Clearly having a slide is impractical, but by making staff areas more appealing and having regular breaks, time spent working may therefore become more productive. Certainly this has been the case for both Google and Innocent. We learn that happier, healthier employees are more engaged team members.
Here at the Shard, you won't find employees playing table tennis. However, you will find them actively engaging with LinkedIn, Facebook and Twitter, using a less traditional approach to staff engagement. Shangri-La are turning staff engagement on its head, and with the advent of a new generation of employees, are using contemporary strategies to keep their workforce engaged.
Social media can play a role, whether it's through a blog, or it's through a Twitter feed, or it is through a Skype interview to engage still face to face, but it certainly breaches the distance.
Shangri-La Hotel at the Shard are pioneering the movement from traditional engagement to innovative techniques, transforming social media into professional media. Something as simple as a mobile app connecting your entire workforce can be used to brief your team, share motivating thoughts and ideas, and create a sense of belonging to the organisation. By building a presence on interactive platforms, recruiting and driving brand awareness, the next generation of communication is becoming an indispensable management tool for the next generation of hoteliers. Clearly this is an unusual approach and is currently being piloted in the Shangri-La in London. But is this really applicable to our industry? Or do we need to have a balance between tradition and the next generation of staff engagement?
We totally accept that staff engagement does have a significant impact on business performance. The practices of Le Manoir or 4 Saisons, Google and Innocent have demonstrated how high engaged workforce drives productivity. Our visit to the Shangri-La at the Shard highlighted the importance of using a variety of social media as a management tool, which will help to harness and engage the next generation of hospitality workers. However, the key to business success is so much more than just engagement. The real challenge is to equip your business to ensure that change is embedded in your culture and your workforce remains focused, aligned to the business strategy. After all, a strong business strategy is the foundation of true business success.